Hello, everybody. Thank you and welcome for being here, especially those that are local. Give you all a round of applause. You made it out. As you can see, we have different sponsors for today's program. We have EMD Serono, Genentech, Novartis, Sanofi, and TG Therapeutics. They are the program sponsors and the sponsors of this Compass series. And if you don't mind, let's give them a round of applause because we can't possibly do these programs without them. And of course, we cannot do these programs without you. I don't want to take up much more of your time. We're going to get started here. Bri's going to come on up. See? All right. Thank you very much. Let's thank Bri and we'll get started.
Thank you. Here we go. All right. So, hi, everyone. My name is Bri. How's everyone doing today? Having a good morning so far? Me too. All right. So, today I'm going to talk to you about yoga and how it but how it can enhance, benefit your body, your functional movement, your pain, your fatigue, your energy with a consistent practice. But first, we have to understand what yoga even is. So we're going to talk about the benefits of yoga, different types of yoga, what if you are diagnosed with MS, types that you should look for or types that you should avoid, breath work. So people think of yoga as like the poses of yoga, like raise your hand if that was you. Most of the time people say, yeah, it's like the poses, the asanas, but that's only one branch of yoga. The other rest of the branches are like breath work, meditation, concentration, focus, intention. So it's a lot of like mind, focus, and control. And then of course, we'll do yoga and MS. So my name is Bri Rhea. I am a yoga teacher, Pilates instructor, and educator. I host workshops for other teachers to understand anatomically what's going on with their bodies, what's going on with their students' bodies, and how to teach group classes in either a yoga or Pilates environment. So you can either find me at Movement, which is my business here in Greenville, South Carolina, online at ompractice.com, which is yoga. There's also Pilates offered, there's Tai Chi, there's chair yoga that's offered. So a bunch of different resources at that website. And then Core Grow Strong is on East North Street, also here in Greenville. All right, so with all of these that we're gonna talk about today, let's first dive into the benefits of yoga. Has anyone done yoga here before? Awesome, okay, so have you guys experienced the benefits of yoga? Raise your hands, yes. Okay, I hope so. Good. Okay. So we all think of yoga as like improving your flexibility, balance, strength. The funniest thing that I always hear people say is like, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible. Well, it's like saying I shouldn't eat, I'm not hungry, or like I'm just going to get hungry again. Why should I clean my room? It's just going to get dirty again. Like do yoga to increase your flexibility. You might not be flexible now, but over time you will be, including your balance and your strength. So with that, it also increases your balance and your posture. So when we're able to sit ourselves up tall, that's actually a posture of awareness, where we want to basically create space for our lungs to breathe better, our spine to sit taller, our nervous system to work better. So there's so many things that come with better posture and better body awareness that happens from yoga. We get reduced stress as well as emotional resilience. So your ability to bounce back after something happens, or say you get bad news and then it just creates this dark cloud over the rest of your day. That emotional resilience of being able to bounce back from that can be helped from yoga. It supports healthy breathing, boosts circulation. Remember, yoga isn't just about the asanas. It's not just about the poses. It's also about the concentration, the breath work, the ability to be mindful in this moment instead of thinking about the grocery list or things to do that needs to happen next week and tomorrow. With the movement, it helps to strengthen your joints and spine health, and it also encourages deeper mind-body connection. Overall well-being, sense of inner peace can all come and stem from yoga. So if those are the benefits of yoga, what actually is yoga? Some people will think of it as an ancient practice from India, which is true. It unites the mind, body, and spirit, also true. Uses movement, breath, and meditation, as well as supporting a health, focus, and emotional balance. But, oops, that's not supposed to be cut off, sorry. But basically, it's 8 limbs to live by. Okay, so who's heard of the 10 commandments? Yeah, okay. So think of these 8 limbs as 8 commitments, your commitments to yoga. Okay, so these are the 8, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So these 8 are things to live by. Be kind, do the right thing. Okay. Take care of yourself and your space. Things like hygiene, personal hygiene, things that like, so some people might think of as common sense, but if you're not really practicing or living life intentionally, then that's when things start to fall apart. Okay. You don't brush your teeth regularly. You don't shower regularly. Asana. This is the poses. Okay. So this is just one branch of yoga. When we're practicing yoga, we're actually practicing, where's my clicker? All 8 of these things. So if anyone has ever felt discouraged by the fact that like, I can't do that. Like I'm bound to a wheelchair. I can't do those poses. Why would I even start? Because the other 7 branches of yoga are still able to practice it. Okay. Being kind and doing the right thing. Nonviolence. Speaking kind to yourself and others. Take care of yourself and your space. We talked about that with like hygiene. Okay, prepare your body for poses. Next up, we have pranayama or breath work. Pratyahara with meditation, you pause and listen within. Okay, so if on those days when you have those big dark clouds hanging over you, are you listening to the thoughts? Are you believing the thoughts? Hopefully not, because your thoughts are just thoughts. They are not reality. Dharana, pay attention to one thing at a time. So here's a little practice. Everyone close your eyes. Close your eyes and focus on one thing to listen to, one thing to feel, one thing to taste, one thing to smell. Good. Open your eyes. So imagine doing that for like 30 minutes to an hour. One thing. Not only is your mind going to want to wander, but it's practicing the control of your mind, not listening to those intrusive thoughts, those negative thoughts, where you start that downward spiral. Dhyana, sit quietly and let your mind rest. So all of these are building onto each other. If you can be kind and do the right thing, then of course you're going to take care of yourself and your space. And of course, if you're going to take care of yourself and your space, then like, of course, you're going to want to move your body. And then if you're going to move your body, then you have to do breath work. If you're doing breath work, you have to pause and listen within. If you're pausing, then you're paying attention to one thing at a time. If you're paying attention to one thing at a time, your mind will eventually rest. Peace. And then if you feel peace, then hopefully you also feel happiness and connected, not only to yourself, but to others. So that is yoga. That is yoga. Yoga is not always this. Okay, we always associate yoga with the poses that people do with their bodies. Hatha, Vinyasa, Ashtanga, all look very similar to this and might not be what you want to practice if you have MS. Okay? Ashtanga is much more complex, much more structured. You have to do this move and then you do this move, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about the next move. Hot yoga is definitely something you want to avoid because we know if we get hotter, our symptoms start to worsen. Restorative yoga, that's the kind of yoga you want to go towards. It's going to help to stretch your fascial system. You're opening up all of the sort of tension that might be around your joints in your body. You use props like blocks or bolsters to help you attain and hold these poses. Okay. Raja Yoga can look very similar to this type of yoga, restorative, yin. Raja Yoga is basically meditation, like in a nutshell. Raja meaning king in Indian culture. So that is the king form of yoga, because if we were to go back to those 8 limbs of what is yoga, then what is yoga, like at least 5 of those are about meditation. So king yoga, Raja Yoga, about controlling the mind. And then, of course, we have chair yoga, okay? So making it accessible for all bodies to move through a yoga sequence. All right, so next we have breath work. One of the all-time, so this is like if you're taking notes, then this is one of the things I at least want you to take away from the presentation is this book, Breath, by James Nestor. Please read this if you have time on your hands. Not only does it explain how breath pranayama in yoga is the life force and energy of your body, but also how it can heal your body. I'm not saying it heals all things, but people have lost weight by changing their breath. People have cured their anxiety, their depression by changing the way they breathe. So if bringing more air, more oxygen, more nutrients, more energy into your body is going to help your body heal itself, because that's, ultimately what our bodies can do, breath can be one of those things that helps you to set up for that. So it calms the nervous system, it reduces stress, it sharpens our focus and mental clarity. So sometimes there's different breath works that'll drop you down and kind of make you feel a little sleepy, a little tired. Other breath work will help to like elevate you and get ready to go and like fired up. It improves your lung and heart health. It boosts your energy while also promoting relaxation. Strengthens your mind-body connection and supports emotional release and balance. So just some interesting research that has been gathered about yoga and multiple sclerosis. So this is a book that is available on Amazon. I've had it for a couple of years myself. But a quote from it: yoga is regarded as safe, inexpensive, maybe more accessible for patients and with spasticity and impaired mobility than other forms of exercise. A yoga intervention has been shown to be as beneficial as aerobic therapy and may be more practical for some MS patients due to readily modifiable poses. Okay, so this little guy right here, it gives us the assistance to hold a lunge. Okay, everyone knows what a lunge is, like your foot back and your other foot in front, you're holding here. But if you just sit on the chair, does that still look like a lunge? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm coming back. All right, so multiple sclerosis and energy. So when it comes to energy maintenance and fatigue, there's multiple clinical trials that are out there that have demonstrated that yoga interventions, which include chair modifications, because some people can do mat yoga, like in stand up, sit down, significantly reduced MS-related fatigue. Patients practicing yoga reported feeling more energetic, less limited by fatigue in daily tasks, compared to those receiving only standard care. Yoga's combination of physical activity and relaxation techniques likely helps the body use energy more efficiently. You guys remember what I said about posture? So if you're slouching, I know, watch everyone like start checking their posture. If you're slouching, yeah, that cuts off 30 to 40% of your breath work capabilities. So your lungs don't work as efficiently just because you're here. If you sit, stand, move from here, more air, more oxygen, more nutrients, more energy to your body. So not only does yoga help to strengthen you in and out of these positions, but it helps you to hold and work better through your daily tasks and living. So what about pain? Multiple sclerosis and pain. 2013 randomized trial studied MS patients practicing yoga for just 3 months, 12 weeks. That's it. The practice included pranayama, breathing, hatha, and raja yoga. Okay, so breath work, movement, and meditation. Participants showed reduced physical pain and improved quality of life compared to the control group. Seated breathing and gentle poses reduced muscle tension, and these benefits stemmed from activating the parasympathetic nervous system, engaging the natural pain relief pathways. Okay, so our brain has 2 different directions that it goes, and it always oscillates between the 2. Sympathetic, which is like your fight or flight, let's go, 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 and parasympathetic, which is the rest, the digest, let's calm, let's chill. Okay, so the benefits activating the parasympathetic state cause the body to relieve those pain symptoms. Functional movements. We've got Rutgers University had a pilot study, which just means that it was their first study. 14 women took yoga class for only 8 weeks now. Okay, so now we're going down in time. You don't even have to do 12 weeks. They had better walking ability, improved balance, better motor coordination, an easier time rising up and going down to a chair, improved bladder control and even vision, less pain and fatigue. And this isn't something that it's like, okay, I'll just do an hour a week and then like, that's it, I'll never do it again. Like this is a lifestyle change. Remember the what is yoga slide? Like it's 8 different things of ways to live your life. It's not just the hour you spend on a mat. So let's move. Let's get ourselves moving, especially now that we've got some food in front of us. So maybe scooch away from your table, give the crew some room to put down some things for you, unless you absolutely need to eat right now. But it'll kind of be good to get some digestion juices going before you actually stuff your faces. So everyone, if you need to scooch away from your chair, just scooch away a bit. Give yourself some room. And if you need to, like from your partner or neighbor, give yourself about arm's distance space. Okay. All right, so we're just going to go through our 1 through 10, and then we'll see how the moves can get a little bit more complicated. They're just going to build onto each other. So with yourself sitting at the front edge of your chair, excuse me, inhale and reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Oh, I already skipped a step. And then exhale your arms down. So now place them onto your knees. We're all human. Now inhale, keep your hands down, lift your gaze and chest up. And then exhale, curl the spine, chin to chest, really pull your ribs backwards. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the chest like a rope is pulling it up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, like there's a rope, pulling your belly button backwards. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. All right, so now reach your arms down by your hips. And as you inhale, lift your arms up. Okay, so this is deja vu. We've already been here before. Exhale, lower your hands down. If you want a deeper stretch, you can even grab under your legs or under your chair and kind of pull for a microsecond to give yourself a deeper stretch. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull and curl. And I'm just going to turn towards the side. You guys keep going 1 more time, just so you can see the little profile. Okay, now as your arms go down on this last one, go all the way down. Let your belly and chest rest onto your thighs. And just take a moment here. And as you breathe into your back, your sides. Feel how your belly will press into your thighs, but can you focus on that inhalation 2 more times is expanding your back out. Last inhale, last exhale. And then push into your feet. Slowly roll yourself up. Stack the spine up tall. Tall, tall. Now you're going to separate your feet about hip distance, maybe wider. And if you don't feel comfortable, so the goal of this, we're on number 4 now, if everyone's following along. The goal of this is for your hand to come down between your legs and the other arm to reach up towards the ceiling. So these are some movements that we'll do in class. If that's too far down, elbow to knee and reach up towards the ceiling. Now come back down or put your other elbow on your knee and reach to the other side. So you're going to stay hinged forward at the hips and just keep switching your hands either on the ground to reach and stack your shoulders. And then switch the other arm to the ground. The other arm lifts and stacks the shoulders. So do that 3 times each side and then roll and stack your spine up tall when you're done. I know, like this twisting it always feels so nice and good through your body. It's just like you're wringing out a wet towel. I know, it might feel a little silly at first, but your body is meant to move, just like your brain was meant to think. Okay? All right, so now with your feet planted back, hip distance apart, whichever leg you want to start with. I'm going to start with my left leg. So left leg is going to come up, ankle onto thigh. Okay, most of us might know this is our way to put on our socks or our shoes. So in this pigeon pose, we're here on number 5, you either sit up tall, stay here, so create that space for your lungs, and then you can either pull on that leg so you can hinge forward or pull under the chair to deepen the stretch. Then you can inhale back up. So we'll make it a movement. You exhale to go forward. Inhale, lift and inflate the lungs back up. Good, 1 more time. Exhale, like one of those like accordions, those instruments that you have to push together. That's you right there. Lift and open it up. Switch sides, right ankle to left thigh. Sit up nice and tall first. So some of us might be kind of like curling and going down, which is still a good stretch, but try to do it with the length of your spine. Yep, as if there's like a surfboard behind us and it's being pushed into your back. 2, inhale, lift, exhale forward. And sometimes you could just hold a stretch. Like if you're like, no, I'm good right here. This is amazing. This feels awesome. And just stay right there. All right, nice. Lift back up. Okay, so a similar sort of movement pattern, but now for the shoulders. Okay, so some options here, 2 different options on this. If you reach your arms out to the side, so this is for everyone, try to find a sweet spot, and it might be lower, it might be higher for you, of where you can feel the front and the back side of your arms, of your chest and back, working to hold your arms out. Does that make sense for everyone? Because here's a cool little anatomy lesson. While you're holding this and maybe like moving through or twisting around, the front of your chest, called your pec, the back of your body, called your lat, those two muscles connect to the very same spot. So when you reach and stretch your arms away from each other, can you feel them both working, is what I'm trying to ask. Okay, so now you're gonna cross the arms right over left and give yourself a big hug. Okay, so this is the modified version of that number 6, eagle arms. So you either hold here or you bring your hands to flat on top of each other. So those elbows have to be stacked first. There you go, yeah. And then like pray the hands together. I know sometimes it's like, how should you do that? Why did that happen? So yeah, your hands will come together and then they go past each other to find the palms and the fingertips. All right, now stretch those arms back out again. Feel that back to front connection and then go left over right. So you either stay right here or lift the hands up. Pray them together. And then try to like push your hands into each other more. Sandwich the forearms together. It creates this really big stretch. You can release that right between your shoulder blades. Did you guys feel that? Yeah. And then you can play around with like how high or low your elbows go. Whoa, it's a good stretch for the back. All right. So now, if you can, you might be able to turn all the way around, but I like to start kind of catty cornered on the corner edge of my chair. So just give yourself a little quarter turn to your right or left. And then with your arms out in front of you, I want you to keep them in front of your shoulders. So sometimes we will only be able to turn a little bit. So we don't want the arms to overshoot the body, okay? So in this rotation, each direction, left to right, do that 3 each way. Try to get a little closer to the back of your chair each time, which is on your right side, or maybe left side, depending on which way you turn. So then can you grab the chair with your hands? It's okay that they overshot your shoulders. So turn toward your chair, grab it, and try to twist your upper torso a little bit further. Okay, and then twist yourself around. You got to scooch and quarter turn yourself over to the left or right side and do the same thing. So now hold those arms out in front of you. Use your core, your abs, to twist your upper part of your body as if it were on top of a pickle jar. You're trying to twist the lid off. The jar is your booty. The lid is your upper torso. Okay, so then when you, on your number 3, when you twist to go back, grab the chair. If you need to turn more towards the chair so you can grab it, that works too. All right, good, and then release that. So now you're just gonna turn a little bit more to your left. Now these moves are starting to get a little bit more complicated. Everyone doing okay? We're good. Make sure you have some room. So your left cheek, okay, left leg and cheek are onto the chair. Your right leg is gonna stretch as far back behind you as you can. And it might be like just right there under your hip, but find that stretch and to where both feet are on the ground, okay? And so you can either hold this position and reach the arms up. So this would be your Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Or from this position, you can open the arms out to your right. So left leg is forward, right leg is back. Open and twist your body to the right. There you go. Yep. So turn to more towards me. And then look over that back right arm to help more of that rotation. Good, now lift the arms back up and then slide your right leg forward. You can grab the chair if you need to. Let's do the other side. So twist around. Good job, you guys. Make sure just the right leg. So like if your left cheek is still on the chair, like scooch over. You can hold on to the chair or maybe the table next to you to create that space for your left leg to step back into your lunge. There you go. So you can feel that front of your hip open up. And especially when your arms, maybe one or both, lift up, and you can feel that lift of your spine, create more space for more air. Then you either stay here or rotate to your left. Yep, reach the right arm forward, the left arm back, forward. There you go. Yeah. All right, so here's your Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale, lift the arms back up. Exhale, bring the arms down, leg forward, and twist yourself back to front. Okay, so these strong movements that we can come in and out of. Can you do the clicker to the next one? There's just one more slide. Oh, I have the clicker. I'm so sorry. Thanks, Benny. All right, so we're not going to do all of these. We're going to do just a little bit more through here, this extended side angle, okay, and then our eagle arms and legs. Okay, so extended side angle is that similar sort of lunge position that we were in. So let's go back to, where did we start? Left leg on the chair with your right leg back behind you. Okay, and so this is where taking a class can be beneficial. There's resources. Oh shoot. I guess I didn't have the slide on this one. So there's resources and stuff. If you want to stay after and talk to me about resources that are here, either in the local community or online, I'll give you some of those resources to look up, like classes that you can take to benefit yourself for these, taking chair yoga, excuse me. All right, so right leg is behind you. Turn your right foot out to the right. So your whole foot is trying to get down onto the ground. So what that does is it spiral the hips open, okay? And so that then you can reach your arms out to the side. Think of your warrior two. But now this is your side angle. So your left arm is going to come down to your left thigh, right arm up overhead. And then maybe it stays up towards the ceiling or it keeps going. Yeah. So maybe you're already there next to your ear. So you can feel and probably you can see this line of connection from your hand to your heel. Okay, and you're stretching all of that side body out. Okay, come back up. Let's reverse it since we're here. Like bring the right hand down your right leg, left arm overhead. So now you're opening up the sides of your ribs, your lungs, creating more space for more air. Okay, so come around to the other side. Right foot back onto the chair, left leg behind you, plant the heel down. So your toes have turned to the left. The whole foot is anchored onto the mat. So that what that does is it turns the hip open, reach the arms out wide. There you go, nice. And then right elbow to thigh, left arm to sky, or maybe up by your ear. Good, and then lift up, left arm down the left leg, right arm reaches up overhead. Beautiful. Nice, okay. Eagle arms and legs, last little bit here, you guys. Cross, right over left. And if you can't, that's okay. You don't have to do eagle legs. You're gonna cross right over left as well. Okay, so now you can either stay here or find your eagle arms and hands together and do a little exhale crunch. Curl the spine. Don't just think of dropping your elbows down. Lift and inhale back up. 2 more times. Exhale, pull the ribs backwards as you go downwards. And then inhale back up. 1 more time, and then we'll switch sides. Then as you switch, try to anticipate the change. So can you do it all in one fell swoop? Can you like open the arms, uncross and cross the legs as you cross to the other side, either staying here or palm to palm. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Okay, so if you kind of got thrown through a loop on that, try it on this last little transition. So you're just going to reach the arms and legs out to the side, uncross yourself. So I lift, uncross, place the hands and legs back down. Okay, so as you like transition through a yoga class, whether it's chair or mat class, you'll start to like get more graceful in your movements. So say if you were to like have to go down and like pick something back up, it's not like you're going to use your back to do it. You're going to use your entire body, the system to do it. That's basically it for today, for what the time that I have at least. Does anyone have any questions? All right, you make my job easy. Cool. Oh, yes, Karen. They're not specific local resources, but like looking at like the Y for YMCA, like looking to see if they have any specific chair yoga classes or chair group classes. Because I know like there's a teacher that I know who teaches like a chair Pilates class, and that's like on a chair like this. So understanding like what it is you're looking for, how to search for it. While Dr. Hughes is speaking, I'll look up to see if there's any like specific Greenville local ones. But online, YouTube is a great resource. Google is a great resource. Like use the internet for your like advantage here. Like online YouTube classes for like chair yoga. MS Trust is another organization that has yoga videos online on their resources. We do too on YouTube. Like we have recorded videos that we did in the past over like 3 years time, where we did chair yoga using different props like pillows, bands, things like that. Yeah, good question. Anyone else? Yes.
Need to get a microphone in front of you.
Are you suggesting that if you want to do chair yoga on a regular basis, that you can sign up for classes with you or somewhere else? Or how would you sign up for classes on a regular basis?
On a regular basis. So
Yes.
there's the resources online. I'll have like a list at the end of the for today. So come by, I have my computer with me and I can give you guys like a picture of the list of like Om practice is one. So you can look up specifically. And so it's not that you are like, okay, this is my class with this one teacher. Like sometimes there might be one teacher that's teaching that class, and then another time it might be another teacher teaching that class. So you'll know at least like on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. I have my chair yoga class on Om practice. And then you might have another class on mstrust.org where they have yoga on Fridays.
I was just asking about how do you get the yoga book if you want to get that, a book or anything on this yoga?
Yeah. So Amazon is where I got mine from. I looked up MS yoga or MS chair yoga or just chair yoga. My training I did in San Diego back in 2017. We discussed like the generalness of yoga, but then it took my own sort of continuing education to further that. So local libraries, the internet, other teachers to maybe like mentor you through that process if you're looking to take that on for your own practice. Yeah, good question.
All right, any more questions? You don't have a question? Okay, you got to wait 1 minute still.
My comment is, I don't know if there are any veterans here or not, but I do yoga once a week in Charlotte, where I go. And there is an online app that you can go to. It's called veteransyogaproject.org.
Okay.
And there are classes there, chair, or if you want to stand. They're also instructor guided, but there are also some that you can just do on your own without an instructor.
Amazing.
So that's,
So it's like
there are
on
any
demand.
veterans.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And that's exactly how the classes that we would put on for MS Views and News, like it would be in my house and everyone else would be in their house. And so like it's a recording of the class that was actually 2 months ago. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, kind of the on-demand stuff. Yeah. So there are the resources that are out there. Some of them are live, some of them are on demand. So some of them are like, oh my gosh, I love that class. I wish I could take that every week or every day if I could. So you can just watch it again and again and again. And the beautiful thing about those classes, the on-demand ones, is that since it's recorded, you can compare and contrast like how your progress has grown over time. Because like the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the better you'll get.
Great. Let's thank Bri. Let's thank Bri for presenting today. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody. See ya.